Welcome students for our English session. Today in this session we are going to learn our 9th standard prose, The Best Advice I Ever Had, written by Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Now let me tell you about the author. Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was born on August 18, 1900 in Allahabad. Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was born on August 18, 1900 in Allahabad. She was a daughter of Motilal Nehru. She was a daughter of Motilal Nehru. And of course, she was a sister of Jawaharlal Nehru. She was a sister of Jawaharlal Nehru. And she was married to Ranjit Sitaram Pandit. Her husband name is Ranjit Sitaram Pandit. She was imprisoned 3 times by the British government for participating in freedom struggle. And she was one of the world's leading women in public life in the 20th century. She was one of the leading women in public life in 20th century. And in 1953, she was elected as a President of UN General Assembly. She was elected as a President of UN General Assembly in 1953. And she died on 1990. Yes, she was born on August 18, 1900 in Allahabad, and she was a daughter of Motilal Nehru and sister of Jawaharlal Nehru. Her husband name is she was married to Ranjit Sitaram Pandit, and in 1953 she was elected as woman president on UN General Assembly, and she died in 1990. I think you understood about the author. Now let us move on to the lesson. Dear students, I am sure that you might have heard many advices from many people, and you won't remember all the advices except one or two, because it might have brought great impact in your life, or it might have played great important role in your life. That's why you remember the one or two advices. Okay. In the same way, our author Vijayalakshmi Pandit also remembers and shares the advice which she had, which she thinks that is the best advice. Do you know from whom did she get this advice? It is none other than our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. She received the advice from Mahatma Gandhi. She thinks that is the best advice. To say about this lesson and the whole to say about this advice is not having grudge towards others, because that grudge will make us unhappy, it will hurt us, it will injure us more than hurting with whom you have grudge. And second thing is, when we forgive others, we feel kind of freedom within us and we feel peace within us. Okay. Now let us learn what is given in textbook. Dear students, in your textbook, in the beginning of the lesson, this warm-up activity is given. So let us do it. In section A, 6 photos are there. We should find out their names. who had played important role in our country. In section B, it is divided as two parts like A and B. In A, they have given clues. By the help of it, we have to find out the B column. Now, I will help you to do section B. Being at home, you take your time. By the help of section B, try to do section A. Now, section B. The first woman president of the UN General Assembly, Vijayalakshmi Pandit. The first woman judge of the Supreme Court of India, Fatima Bibi. The first woman IPS officer of India, Kiran Bedi. The first woman president of India, Pratibha Patil. The first woman Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi. The first woman governor in India, Sarojini Naidu. Now, you do it this section. The best advice I ever had came from one of the greatest souls the world has ever known, Mahatma Gandhi, on a sunny afternoon a decade ago. Our author Vijayalakshmi Pandit remembers the advice, the best advice, which she heard from Mahatma Gandhi 10 years ago. Most people pass through a period of anguish when their belief in humanity is at a low ebb. I was in such a period. My husband had recently died. My deep sorrow over his loss was followed by the humiliating realization that in the eyes of Indian law first had no individual existence. Along with other Indian women, I had participated for years with men in the national struggle for freedom, working and suffering side by side with them until it had finally been achieved. Yet in law, we women were still recognized only through our relationship to men. Here, now we are living in 21st century. Now women are treated equally. This situation was not same in 20th century where our author Vijayalakshmi Pandit has lived. Women were not treated equally. Importance only given to men. Women were not recognized for their hard work. In that time, her husband, Vijayalakshmi Pandit's husband, also passed away. With that sorrow in her heart, she also participated in the national struggle for freedom with some women. Now, as a widow without a son, I was not entitled to any share of the family property, nor were my two daughters. I resented this galling position. I was bitter toward those members of my family who supported this antiquated law. Yes. In that century, in 21st century, the law also supported only men, not women. Women were not given property. Since she had only two daughters, no son, she was not given property. So she didn't like the law, and her relatives who supported that law, she hated them. This time I went to pay my respect to Gandhiji and say goodbye before leaving for America to take part in a conference. After our talk, he asked, "Have you made your peace with your relatives?" I was amazed that he would take sides against me. "I have not quarreled with anyone," I replied, "but I refuse to have anything to do with those who take advantage of an outworn lump to create a difficult and humiliating situation for me. Yes, when we go somewhere, we used to tell our parents and relatives about our leaving, and we will get blessing from them. In the same way, our Ata Vijayalakshmi Pandit also want to say goodbye to Gandhiji. She goes and talks to him. While talking, he says that, have you made your peace with your relatives? She was shocked. She was thinking, I didn't quarrel, I didn't fight with anyone. Like that, she was telling. But she didn't fight with anyone, but she has grudge on others. She thinks that they were taking advantage since she's a woman, she is not given property, so her relatives were happy. They didn't bother about her. So she didn't like them. She has some grudge towards them. So she is not willing to say goodbye to them. Gandhiji looked out of the window for a moment. Then he turned to me and smiled and said, you will go and say goodbye because courtesy and decency demand this in India. We still attach importance to these things. Yes, in India, we give importance for these things. No, I declared. Not even to please you will I go to those who wish to harm me. She is telling, no, I don't like to go and talk to them. I don't want to say goodbye to them. If I say goodbye, you will be happy that I listened your words. Not even to please you, I will not go because they harmed me. Like that, she tells. No one can harm you except yourself, he said, still smiling. I see enough bitterness in your heart to cause you injury unless you check it. Gandhiji tells that, though you are telling that you didn't quarrel with them, still I see the lot of bitterness, the hatredness you have within you. You think that they are hurting you. It is not. Your own self only hurts you. So he tells that the grudge, the hatredness, the bitterness which you have will injure you. So try to check it. I remained silent and he continued, you are going to a new country because you are unhappy and want to escape. Can you escape from yourself? Will you find happiness outside when there is bitterness in your heart? Think it over. Be a little humble. You have lost a loved one, that is sorrow enough. Must you inflict further injury on yourself because you lack courage to cleanse your own heart? Yes. Gandhiji continued to say to our author that already you have lost your dear one who is very important for your life. That itself a great suffering for you. More than that, why do you want to carry more sufferings? Since you are not happy, since you are carrying suffering and difficulties within you, you just want to escape from the life, from the relatives. But you can't escape from yourself. It is very correct that we can't escape from ourselves. The grudge, the hatredness which we have will affect us more than affecting with whom we are having. It is easy to fight with others. It is easy to pacify others. But it is difficult to control ourselves. It's difficult to feel peace within ourselves when we have hatredness, when we have bitterness, when we have grudge towards others. He is telling that this feeling, this hatredness will make you unhappy. So the difficulty which you have is already enough. Don't carry more and more. because it will injure you. Next, his words would not leave me, they gave me no peace. After some days of severe struggle with myself, I finally telephoned my brother in law. I would like to see you and the family, I said before leaving. The words, the advice which was said by Mahatma Gandhi didn't leave her in peace. She was thinking again and again, and finally, leaving her ego, she called her brother in law and she says that I want to meet you and your family because I am going to leave America. Before leaving, I want to meet you, like that, she says. I hadn't been with them 5 minutes before I sensed that my visit had brought a feeling of relief to everyone. I told them of my plans and asked for their good wishes before starting on this new stage of my life. The effect on me was miraculous. I felt as if a great burden had been lifted and I was free to be myself. When she met a relative, she was so happy. Then only she realized that, then only after meeting them, only she realized that she relieved from bigger burden. Yeah, when we don't talk to others, we will be telling to others that I will not talk, and like that we will be holding our ego, showing others that we are strong, but within ourselves we will be worrying lot about not talking to them. So the same feeling she had when she started to talk, it gave her big relief, big peace of mind within her heart, not only for her and for with whom she was talking. So it was a relief to everyone. So she told them that she is going to America and she is going to start new life, and she asked for their wishes. At last she was so happy to meet them and talk to them. Dear students, we will wind up this class with this point. We will continue to learn the lesson in next session. I hope you understood till now. So take your time and read it point from 1 to 10. Learn it thoroughly. And I have given you meaning for difficult words also. Just note it and go through it. Thank you.